Does your brain injury change you? Are you the one with the brain injury and thinking, my brain injury is a change in me? Or are you the one who is looking at the person with the brain injury and thinking, ooh, they've changed? Well, if you are one of these ones, welcome to my channel. This is Astra's Brain Injury, and I'm Astra. Now, my brain injury, one of my motor vehicle accidents, was back in November of 2014, and my life as I knew changed. And with change, we would think comes good things. With, I'm going to change the way I dress because I want to, attract a certain kind of. I'm going to change the way I speak because, I don't want to be F-bombing all over the place no more. I'm going to stop drinking because, you know what? I think my liver needs a break. All these different kind of things. Those kind of change is good. When you have a brain injury, this kind of a change is a change that you never knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, my name is Astra. Your brain injury? Nice to meet you. I don't want to invite you over for a while. No, never said anyone. And the thing is, with a brain injury, something's going to change. Now, if y'all have followed my videos, I talk about, you know, the I felt like I had to be comatose because I didn't just have one accident. I've had multiple accidents. And when I say accidents, it's not just an MVA or motor vehicle accident, but I've had like a slip and fall too as well. And each of those has, I don't even want to say stressed my brain, but each of those has affected my brain injury. And you know, there is something that changes. And it's, even if it's just a little bit, that's still a change. And was that a change that I said that I wanted? No, never did I say that. But it is a change that came. It didn't just not nicely knock at my door, knock, knock, knock. Hi, Astra. You're going to be your brain injury. And guess what? I'm going to be your best friend. Never, never. It just boof down my door and was like, it didn't even tell me I'm your brain injury because I didn't even realize I had a brain injury until my doctor, when he saw me coming down the hallway with my sister, and I'm holding on to the wall, y'all, because as I said, I had to learn how to walk, how to talk, and all these kind of things. And when he saw me coming down, like, I mean, slowly, are you seeing me move? Not really. And I'm coming down slowly and I'm holding on to the wall. My sister is behind me just in case anything happens to me. So she's like to the side of me and to the back of me just to help me, to guide me as I'm coming. And my doctor's standing up there and he's watching me. And when he's going to listen to me, trying to get the words out of my mouth. And I'm all stuttering. And I never stuttered a day in my life, y'all. And I'm stuttering. I'm tripping up over words. I'm not making sense in the sense of I'm speaking in a coherent manner. Like everything is making sense that's coming out of my mouth. It's like, when we watch the videos and you see the little baby and they're like, ah, la, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. And you're looking at it and you're like, oh, really? Well, this is how even my family had to be treating me because I would be saying that the dog's on the roof and I'm walking out the oven and they're like, oh, really? I give you all this example where my cousin said to my mother, and he's like, Auntie, Astra's talking and I don't understand the word she's saying. And here am I in my head. My brain's just like, oh, Astra, you telling him about how your day went and you went to see your practitioners. And you know what, as y'all is driving down the road and you're sitting in the passenger side and, it seems like everything is moving so fast. Next thing I know, I fell and I took a nap. And this is what my brains is telling me that I'm saying. But my brains and my mouth is having a disconnect. And so out of my mouth is coming jarble, jarble, jarble. I'm just like that baby who's like, "La, la, la, yeah, yeah, blah, 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 blah." And he's not understanding me. Was there a change? Yes. There was a change in how I communicated. There was a change in how I even processed. There was a change in how my mind was understanding what was going on all around me. Because before my brain injury, you couldn't say the word and I had an answer for you because this is how I was brought up. I got me Caribbean parents. So you say the word, guess what? You already don't know the answer. And the thing is, I could not even do that anymore. So was there a change? Yes. There was a change in how even just going to the washroom. I would tell y'all I would drink a bottle and my brains and my bladder is not getting the message. Matter of fact, somebody went somewhere else. They're like, what? This is hide and go seek. Come find me. And it could not be found. I had to put alarms on my watch. Astra, go to the washroom. My brains and my bladder needed to come together to have let's have a meeting now. Okay, Astra put on this alarm and said, let's go to the washroom. Okay, my brains is like, all right now, hands, feet, let's go. We're going to go slowly now. And we're going to walk, take your body, and get to the washroom. My bladder is like, okay, what am I here for? Why? Yeah, I got this memo, but no, I don't want to be a part of it. So I've had this to go through. And was there a change? Yes. Yes, there was. Even just simply to see was a change for me. I had from double vision to blurred vision to when my eye doctor was going to ask me because she specializes in brain injuries and whatnot. I forgot the name of what they call it, vision something. And I went through years of vision therapy, y'all. And she asked me if, when I was a child, if I used to wear an eye patch. I was like, what? What? No. And she told me that that side of my brains shut down, one side of my brain. So I guess it's my left side that shut down. And my right eye was just wandering. It just went on its own. And so my eyes was like, what? Work together? We don't know what that's about. And we don't want to do that. I want to go this way and that way. And that's how it's going to be. And I had to have a lot of training just to get my eyes to work together and stop being double and blurry vision. Was there a change? Oh, yes, there was. Now, even something as simply as swallowing saliva, my brains with my mouth and my throat did not want to work together. It was just like, what? Who you be? And each one is wanting to go its own way. This way, that way, and that way. And my brain is saying, okay, now, well, she's swallowing. My throat's like, what? Swallow what? she's going to choke. That's what she's going to do. And so this is where I was at. Y'all, was there a change? Yes, there was. And I had to go through speech pathology. I went through group speech pathology and individual speech pathology. And to help me to retrain my brain, okay, you're swallowing and you want it to go down the right part. So I had a lot of therapies, y'all. What? I've seen a lot of practitioners, more than my 10 hands, not 10 hands, but my 10 fingers and my 10 toes. I don't got 10 hands. What is this for me? But, my 10 fingers. So I had seen a lot of practitioners, y'all, over the course of these years that I've had my brain injury. Now, what else? Even something as simply as chewing or something as simply as eating, y'all. I would eat. So sit down now and I'm eating. My brain is not getting the information. Wait a minute now. Or my stomach is not getting the information to my brains. She's full. She already just ate. Well, now, I just finished eating. I get up, whatever. I come back and I'm getting food now to sit down and eat. And my family's like, what? Astra, you just ate. I'm like, what you talking about, Willis? No, I did not. Disconnect between my brains and my stomach and even my memory. There was a huge disconnect. I tell you, I have had a lot of battles, internal battles within myself because my brains is like, no, we going this way. I like this remix over here. And my body's like, no, we need to stay right over here at this party. And my brain's just like, no, I need the remix. And so it wants the remix. My body wants just a regular party. And it's having a bacchanal. Just a huge bacchanal. And now, was there a change? Oh, yes, there was. Even something as simply as reading, because we need our eyes to read and our brains to process. My eyes did not want to work with my brains. My brains did not want to work with my eyes. And so this processing and this reading was a hot mess. I would have to put my finger here where I'm starting, take my other finger and begin to go like this to read while I keep this finger here and just keep following this finger and reading out and then come back over here and put this finger on the next line and then put this finger down and then begin to move like this going across the page. So to keep my eyes focused and keep my brain's knowing, okay, this is where she's at. She's on this line. Because if I ever turn my head or if the book fell, guess what? I don't know where I'm at. So was there a change? Oh, yes, there was. Does your brain injury change you? Oh, yes, it does. And is it a change for the better? I'm still up for debate on that. I'm still up for debate, y'all. Um, because I mean, I talk about I loved me. I loved me. And I loved, where I was going, what I was doing in my life in terms of everything else. At the time I was a mother again. My youngest was just a year before we got into this MVA. My youngest was just a year and months. And so, and my oldest was what, 19, 20, something like this. However, so anyways, I was enjoying myself. It was, I was going back to school in January. So my accident took place in November. So I'm looking across. Took place in November. And I was going back to school in January. Did my life change? Yes, it did. Did I go back to school? Oh, no, I did not. I have not stepped foot back to my work. So my life changed in the sense of when I say step back to work, meaning step back to work, to sit down at my, double computer screens and working and then doing all that stuff that I was doing, that changed for me. So when you have a brain injury, does it change you? Yes, it does. Can you say it is for the better? Like again, I say I'm still up for debate. But I mean, I try and look at the positiveness. Okay, I'm medically retired now because I got medically retired, y'all. Because I've been told you're unemployable. I was like, sweet Jesus, my life is over. I'm not old. And I'm like, I'm medically retired now. The thing is, you can look at it and be depressed about it because you can. I could look at it and be like, oh my gosh, my life is over. I can't go back to work. I'm unemployable. I cannot do all of the things that I used to do before. Like I said, I would be going out for lunch with my girlfriends. And ladies, we're having 10 million conversations all at once. And we're able to follow through. Da 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 da. No more. Everybody was like, ooh, Astra's in the house. And we're like, yeah, because, I just bring joy when I come to the party. And no more. I'm like a rock star. I'm always with my shades on. I'm out and about. Did that change me? Did my brain injury for that change me? Yes, it did because I'm giving you that. And so I've got to be wearing shades wherever I go. I cannot handle the noise, and I was the one that, you feel the bass going through you when you got the music playing and you just got it and you just like, ooh, yes, you feel good. Nuh-uh, can't do that now because I'm so sensitive to the noise right now. So there's a lot of things that changed for me. A lot of things. I mean, the positive would be I was able to be there for my youngest, and watch him grow up. But the thing is, even with that, it was still a bittersweet because I was unable to do the things like when I would be like, mommy, up, up. Mommy could not up, pick him up, when he wanted mommy, come slide down the slide with me. No, sir, can't do it. And my mother had to step in to do a lot of these things. And when he'd be like, Granny, push me higher, push me higher. And, I had to stay on the sidelines and watch on the side. And so there was a lot of things that changed for me. And there's a lot of things with that change could have made me bitter. Yes, I'm gonna tell y'all, there was times where I was like, oh. But in the midst of still doing, I had to think, you know, how is it helping you? How is it helping you to even get up and go? Like, I tell y'all, um, I would tell my family, because, say for instance, I went out and I come back home and, we were at the store, Costco, and it's packed on a Sunday because I just realized, oh, I didn't pick up da 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 da, whatever it is. And we go into the store and it is, sweet Jesus, take the wheel, help me. So by the time I come back home, now all of that information coming in on my eyes, everything is just piling up, piling up, piling up, piling up. And next, I feel like I'm just about to lose my natural mind. And when I would turn to my family, I would tell them, I said, I'm about to lose my mind. My mother would be like, okay, Astra, go ahead. And I'm like, what? And I would begin laughing. And I was like, what? What are you saying, woman? And she would tell me, go ahead, lose your mind. And I'm just like, no. So I would stop. And I came to realize, okay, Astra, you're going out and it's a lot for your head. What can I do? Okay, now. Well, let's make an exit. We would cut short what of everything that I wanted to get, and we would cut it short. And so to leave, so I'm not, you know, up here. And I'm not telling my family I'm about to lose my mind. And I have them tell me, okay, well, go ahead. And I'm like, what? What? So suffice it to say, I've said all these things, and there's been a lot of change in a lot of things. And do I appreciate the change? I could say, okay, kind of, yes. Because I mean, I'm here, I'm alive. That's, that's the best thing. And I'm happy I'm alive. Because, as I said, that first accident in 2014, that was catastrophic. It's only the grace of God why we walked away from that accident, knowing that on that road, not we knowing, but we didn't find out until we were told people don't live on that road. And to know that we are alive, I'm like, praise Jesus. Put my hands up and say, praise Jesus. So, can I be happy for the change? Yes, knowing that I'm alive, and even though I have all these struggles still, at least I'm alive to go through the struggles, you know? So I'm appreciative to God that I'm alive, that my mother's alive, my youngest is alive, and my niece is alive, because it was the four of us in the car. And I'm very grateful that we're alive. And so that's why I say it's a bittersweet kind of a thing. Yes, I don't like the fact that there's these changes. I didn't ask for them. They just boofed down my door. How you doing? And I'm like, what? What? And I have these changes. But I'm accepting of the fact, because I've got these changes, yes, there's going to be struggles, and yes, there is struggles, but the joy that I had before my brain injury, that's never changed. And that is the thing that I'm very grateful for, that I did not lose my sense of being a happy individual. I'm very happy for that, because my brain injury has taught me a lot of things. It's taught me a lot of things. You will lose a lot of people, whether they're close to you or far from you. You're going to lose a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of things that goes over your head, that went over my head. Because I tell you, I'll give you the story. My mother was like, Ashley, did you hear what the lady said? I'm like, what? What did she say? I didn't hear it. And my mother's telling me, da 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 da. What? So I still have a lot of these things, and I don't know when it will or if it will ever go away, but I've come to accept it and do the best that I can with it. So, yes, you have a brain injury, there's changes, but it's how you accept those changes that you'll be able to do something in a positive way. I hope you get what I'm meaning. But yeah, so let me know. Come and let me know if you are the one with the brain injury and you're like, wait a minute. people saying I've changed, or are you the one, watching the person with the brain injury and you're like, you know what, they've changed. Let me know. Either which way, let me know. If this is something, you've thought about and you're just like, wow, there's been changes with this brain injury. I find the words is always at the tip of my tongue and they're not coming out. Let me know. Comment, let me know. Anyways, and remember to journal, because as I would keep telling y'all, I would not be able to speak to you and tell you all of these little tidbits if I never journaled. Like, I mean, now I'm not journaling now. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot that I have I've journaled. But like I said, if you journal like in the beginning and even up to mid and even just a little bit after mid, and you journal, you have a visual of how your mind was working and not working in the way that you used to work. And it's a record for you to be like, what? And then when you see that, you're just like, oh my word, I have seen some growth, or, I'm still on that same wavelength. It's a lot of things. So anyways, so let me know. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. And with that, tell you all bye, take care, and bye.